live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And starting in this one, Milo Land. Lots of punch outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
So digging in now for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him looking with the knuckler for strike 3.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and float it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
Here's Miguel Andujar. One down, base is empty. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it.
The cutter up and in can be such a tough pitch for the hitters. You have to keep your hands above the baseball, and that's exactly what he did. He caught it out front and drove it out of here.
Here's Manny Machado now. Takes it in for the out. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you've got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against it.
That's off the mark, and the count is filled up.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
2 out, space is empty. Draws the walk there.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Land picks to first, and he's back in safely. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. And that one fouled off.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Swings and misses. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the Padres draw first blood here on the solo shot. It's now 1-0.
Do you still cry?
Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill, Nick Pivetta. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
And now 2-2. This one popped up. Cronenworth pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. All right, let's. High fly ball down the left field line. Beck puts it away for the out. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Just missing there. 2-2. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And there's a foul ball. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. And that skips in the dirt. That's outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
In the air, center field. Doyle settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Back to the top of the lineup. Xander Bogaerts will hit next. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
2 down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show. Does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Here's Machado.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And now the count is even. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Up the middle, Tovar. On to first, and that quickly 2 away.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Here's Ramon Laureano. 2 outs. Breaking ball misses down and away.
That's a ball.
Fernando Tatis Jr. on deck for the Padres. 2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Way out front for strike 2.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Now one missed. Laureano, the runner at first with 2 gone. Popped up. Bernabel gets under it. Brings it in. And that is that. Over. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Milo Land. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and that's a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Man at second. That misses. Ball 2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And that is out of play. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And it remains 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Cronenworth throws to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Hunter Goodman now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And a count 1-2. 2 outs with a runner at third. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. That completes fourth. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Next pitch is downstairs. Hard hit, right side. Sends it to Tolia, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Up next for the Padres, first baseman.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2. High fly ball out towards left field. And a foul ball. Swung on, belted. That's back. And that one finds the forest. It's out of here. And the Padres take the lead. It's 3-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Milo Land done for the afternoon, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the Padres have chased the starter, Angel Chevy.
Just trying to keep this one close.
And next is the designated hitter, Milo Land. That's down and in. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Misses. Counts full, 3-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one down the line, and foul ball. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
One down, runner at first. Nicky Lopez digging in for the Rockies. Heading down the line. And a foul ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Hit on the ground to the right side. One at second. He's out. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And the Padres hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run